Welcome back to Movie Plot Recapped. Movie starts from married couple. John takes Kate to hospital because of labor pains. It's their third child and they will name her Jessica. Kate sees blood everywhere on floor. In an operation theater they get to know it's a stillbirth. It was disturbing scenes. It was just a dream. In reality they have lost their third child because of stillbirth. And this reality is Kate's worst nightmare. Their married life is disturbed because of this. Because of being alcoholic, Kate is taking counseling session. They have 2 kids, 5 years old deaf daughter Max and 12 years old Daniel. They decide to adopt a baby. In orphanage they meet a 9 years old Estonian girl, Esther. They decide to adopt her. Sister Abigail says that she speaks good English. And the family who take her here died in car accident. She is very mature and well-mannered kid. Max attached with Esther but Daniel feels odd. He became jealous of Esther. Parents start feeling good and their relationship restores. One night before they had intercourse Esther comes there with Max. Esther says that they are fearing from lighting and don't want to sleep alone. Daniel mistakenly shot a pigeon with toy gun. Esther gives a stone to Daniel to kill injured pigeon. Otherwise pigeon will suffer in cold but Daniel refuses and Esther kills the pigeon. A girl bully Esther in school and Esther starts shouting like an insane. Kate cheers up Esther and show her the grave of Jessica. Esther become emotional and starts crying. And a mother-daughter bond is start developing in them. While Kate and John were doing intercourse in kitchen Esther come and sees them. They become embarrassed. Kate goes to Esther to discuss this all but Esther already has so much knowledge of this. Kate becomes suspicious knowing this. But John says that she might have learned this from her previous foster parents. John takes them to park. There she sees her school fellow who bullied her Esther push her from the slide and her ankle breaks. Esther lied to Kate and John that they were just playing. Max also take her side. Daniel fights with Esther and John and Kate say to apologies. But he goes from there. John lock his treehouse as a punishment. Kate get the call of Sister Abigail and she tells her about the behavior of Esther. That's why she come to visit and tell them maybe it's her mistake that she allowed Esther to go with them. They know nothing about Esther past and this type of things also happened in orphanage. But they can't doubt her because she manipulates them in a good way. Kate become worried listening this but John didn't believe. Esther was listening this and she goes to Max to manipulate her and take her to John's study room. Esther takes treehouse keys and Max weapons from there. Esther follows Sister Abigail with Max and throws Max in front of her car. She goes to Max and Esther attacks with hammer from behind. She brutally starts hitting Sister Abigail and she dies. Max become frightened but she manipulates her again. She goes to treehouse to hide weapon and clean the blood. Daniel sees them coming out from treehouse. Esther goes in Max's room to scare her with paper cutter so that she remains silent. John and Kate take Esther to counselor. She again manipulates the situation towards Kate. According to counselor, Kate is not giving Esther the comfort level. John become angry over Kate. While reaching home Kate get call from orphanage. They get to know that Sister Abigail is missing from the day she comes to their house. After investigation they found her body. This makes Kate more curious and worried. She searches about personality disorders. Kate goes to John with proofs. And convince John to get information about Esther. They will start from Russian orphanage. Kate call to Sister Abigail orphanage and come to know that in Russian orphanage there is no record of Esther. Esther comes in kitchen and give flowers to Kate. It was from Jessica's grave. Kate become angry and hold her in anger. John come there and stop them and Kate starts crying sitting of Jessica grave. Esther purposefully injured herself. And pretend in front of John that Kate has done this. John become distant with Kate and Kate starts becoming depressed. She brings wine but control herself. When Kate goes to school for dropping kids Daniel books falls down. When Kate goes to give him books Esther starts the car from behind. Kate goes towards car but couldn't stop it. Car stuck in snow. John calls Kate counselor seeing this all. Esther tells John that Kate bought wine and they decide to send her in rehabilitation center. No one believes her that she hasn't drunk. Daniel goes to Max and she tells him about everything Esther did. Daniel decides to bring proofs from treehouse so that they can tell the truth to parents. Esther listens their talk. 7 Kate finds a book from Esther's room. On book she sees a logo of an institute and upon calling she gets to know that it's a mental hospital. Esther burns the proofs when Daniel goes in treehouse and treehouse also burns. Esther locked Daniel there and he saves himself and come on roof. Because of fire he falls down and faints. Kate run towards treehouse and Esther throws stones on him but Max come and stops her. Kate takes him to hospital. Kate tells John the reality of Esther. But he still didn't believe her. Esther tries to kill Daniel, but Daniel survives. Kate slaps Esther because she knows now that it's all done by Esther. John saves Esther and a nurse injects Kate. When things become normal, John goes home with Max and Esther. John starts drinking wine. Esther comes there in bold dressing and starts seducing John, but he considers her a daughter. Esther goes in her room in anger. Kate got call from Russian hospital where she has sent the picture of Esther. Dr. Varava reveals things about Esther and she becomes shocked. Esther's real name is Lena Klammer and she is 33 years old grown-up lady. Esther is patient of hypopituitarism. It is rare hormonal disorder. Because of that, her physical growth has stopped and she has fooled people as a little girl. And she was the dangerous patient of the hospital. She has killed 7 people so far. And her foster family is included in it. She tried to seduce her foster father and upon stopping she burned the house. Doctor says Kate to inform the police because they are in danger. Esther wear ribbon to hide her scars. John sees sexual poses in Esther painting. It shocks John, and when he goes to listen call, Esther attacks him from behind and starts stabbing him until he dies. Max sees this and hide in her room. Kate come towards home and also calls to police. She cries a lot seeing John dead. Kate starts finding Max. Esther shots Kate. Max hides in greenhouse. Kate reaches on rooftop of greenhouse and distract Esther. Breaks window and jumps on her. Police come there and Kate runs with Max. When they come outside, Esther attacks them again. In their fight, Max shot Esther and Kate and Esther falls in freezing water. Kate push Esther and comes outside. But Esther comes outside and hold her foot. Esther tries to emotionally blackmail her, but she pushes her again. Kate picks up her daughter Max and goes from there. And the movie ends here.